Constitute the universally acknowledged minimum standards for the management of prison facilities and serve as a guide for the development of prison legislation and policy globally. Since the rules were adopted in 1955, this is only the second time in 60 years that the standards have been amended, the first being in 1957.
The UN continues to honour the legacy of former President Nelson Mandela as the human rights and dignity of prisoners is placed under a global spotlight.
A decision to name the revised standard minimum rules after President Nelson Mandela at a time when the United Nations is celebrating the 70th anniversary is indeed a fitting tribute to a global icon and human rights champion.
Around 35% of the existing rules have been revised to better protect the inherent dignity and value of prisoners as human beings. It strengthens rules for the imprisonment of vulnerable groups, including those with disabilities, calls for medical and health services without discrimination, and access to legal representation, among others.
I think it's very valuable to repeat the quotation from Mandela himself we just heard. That no one truly knows a nation until one has been inside its jails, and that the nation should be judged of how it treats not its highest citizens, but its lowest.
The Nelson Mandela Foundation provided its blessing for the name change. They've called the revised Mandela rules a blueprint for prison management in the 21st century. The approved changes are still in committee, but will require adoption by a full sitting of the General Assembly, likely to happen in December. As Madiba's legacy, not only as president or humanitarian, but also as a prisoner who often fought to improve conditions while incarcerated, shines as a beacon of justice, even for those behind bars today. Shervin Bryce, please, SABC News, New York.